I want that. Just like resisted for so long. You feel me? We're bringing it full circle. Growing up is fun. Woohoo! Hello, my name is Hannah, and we're just gonna chat. I have more thoughts to share with you. We're gonna start off with like a little journal entry that I wrote last week. I did the dishes on Tuesday, which I was very proud of. Because normally I do like 3 or 4 loads of dishes all on Saturday. I was kind of like reflecting on like why I was like so happy about that. I kind of wrote down some things about like the person I want to become. I want to be the kind of person that does some chores every day, not just to check an item off of a to-do list, but to help eliminate future stress so that I don't get overwhelmed. I love having a clean home. I want that. I just want that all the time. And I know it's easy to have that if I'm cleaning every day. Speaking of which, I'm gonna start folding some laundry. It's just I never do it because like in the moment, I'm just like, I'm tired. I don't want to do that. You know? You feel me? You feel me? And so I don't do it because it's easier to just like scroll through TikTok for hours on end than it is to put some clothes in the laundry machine, which I know sounds ridiculous. That is something I've really struggled with. I've heard people say like, think of your future self. Do this for your future self. Do this for future Hannah. And I've heard people say that as like, use this as motivation to get things done that you don't want to do. And that doesn't work for me because I just like can't picture my future self because I'm like always like so concerned about the past maybe, or maybe I just don't have a very good imagination. I don't know. As I get older, I need to learn to think about the future more and think about my future self more so that I don't get burned out, because if I'm always just like focused on like now, if I never do anything to alleviate future stress, then like I'm just gonna get burned out. That's something I just wanted to like throw in here, that I am working on like the idea of like delayed gratification. Something I wanted to talk about because I thought it was kind of interesting. Maybe it's interesting to you, maybe it's not. I don't know. Yeah, that's just where I feel like I'm at without even realizing it. After I wrote that little this is who I want to be in my journal this last week, I've been a lot more consistent with like doing the laundry every other day, doing the dishes 2 or 3 times a week. I think subconsciously, just like there's a part of my brain that just like latched on to that little journal entry and just has been like helping me to be that person. You know? Is that weird? I just want to report that it's really freaking amazing. I feel so good and so like grown up that I'm like doing some chores every day without even like trying to, without like saying to myself, I'm gonna do this, and like putting it on my calendar, which is like what I do with a lot of other things. Like I didn't put it on my calendar. I didn't say, this is what's gonna happen, like make it happen. It just happened. And it feels really great. And like I am feeling really amazing because like, yes, I have a clean environment, which makes me happy, but also growing up isn't as bad as I thought it was. Like there's part of me that's just like, I am not ready to grow up. I don't feel like I can handle the responsibility of like growing up. But like this last week, I'm like, okay, this is just like a very small part of growing up, and I know that, but it feels really nice. And I'm like, okay, maybe growing up isn't that bad. And maybe I don't have to grow up all at once, you know? Like I can still have fun and I can still do random stuff. As you saw in my last video, it does make me happy to just do stupid things sometimes. But at this point in my life, I have to take care of myself. I need to understand the best way to do that without getting overwhelmed by it. And I think I understand why like my mom did the dishes and did laundry every night instead of leaving it all for Saturday. My mom's really smart. I should have started doing things like her sooner. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So Mom, if you're watching this, thank you. Along with this whole like being more grown up about keeping things tidy and like keeping things not overflowing, what has helped me with that this week is just like when I think of something, when I'm like, I should do the dishes right now, I just do the dishes. If I just put it off, then I'm just gonna continue putting it off. Like that's just how it always goes. Usually if that thought occurs to me, it's because I have a minute, I'm just chilling, and I'm like, what should I do? And it's like, I should do the dishes. And so like, when I have moments like that, I just do it. There was something else I wanted to talk about, just as it pertains to like growing up. I want to be the kind of person that checks in with my friends and family more regularly, right? If you know me, if you've been here before, I'm an introvert. I like to keep to myself. I feel like throughout my life, I've lost a lot of friendships, or like a lot of friendships have just fizzled out because I didn't know how to reach out to people. If like they moved, or if like a friend that I made in a class freshman year at college, but then we never had any classes after that. Like I didn't know how to keep it up after, you know, that class ended. And so like there are so many friendships that I feel like have just like fizzled out because of that. Because I didn't know what to do. Really, the truth of it is, it's just that like I didn't know how it would be received if I like reached out. If they'd be like, why is this random girl from Humanities 101 reaching out to me? Like I didn't know if that's how it would be received. Like the truth is, probably not, because like most people are pretty nice, and like even if they're kind of confused by it, like I feel like generally people wouldn't be like rude about it. They're like, oh, hey, yeah, what's up? Even if they weren't expecting it. So like, yeah, my point is that I can't, and I don't want to continue being like that. I want to be different, and I want to like reach out to people, because like I've graduated, a few of my friends have graduated from college, a few are still in college, like, but we're all like in like going different places in the world, living these different lives. Like if I don't reach out every once in a while, are we gonna still be friends? I don't know. Maybe. Do I have friends that are the reaching out type? Yeah, I have friends who will do the reaching out, but I don't want to put all the pressure on them to do the reaching out, because like that just, to me as an introvert, that's a lot of energy to like reach out to people. But again, I just want to highlight the power of writing things down. So I wrote that I want to be better about reaching out to people, and again, without even like consciously telling myself I'm going to reach out to a bunch of people this week, I freaking called my grandma yesterday. I don't like calling people on the phone, but I feel like she prefers phone calls, so let me call her. She didn't answer, but like I still called her. I'm proud of myself for doing that. I saw something on Instagram the other day about the Wicked movie, and I sent it to my friend because we went to see Wicked together when we were teenagers. I'm like, hey, look at this. And like she was like, oh man, I'm so excited. I'm like, yeah, duh. And so it's like, just like little things like that. It doesn't have to be a big, huge deal, but like I just need to reach out to people more. The thing that still kind of holds me back from like reaching out to people is like reaching out to people if I don't have a reason to. Like if there's not something specific, I feel awkward about that. I don't know why, and I know I can work on that. But as of right now, it still makes me feel awkward if I'm just like, hey, what's up? Since, you know, I've had like these little reasons to reach out to people, it's just been nice actually reaching out to people. And again, it's a very small thing, but I feel like baby steps out of the office, baby steps out of the building. Like you just gotta, like, when it comes to growing up, just like resist it for so long because I feel like I'm not ready for it. I think the key for me is to embrace it, just like small little things at a time, and then I feel like it's more manageable and it's not just like this like overwhelming thing. Kind of like with the freaking laundry. And dishes. We're bringing it full circle. So, yep. Growing up is fun. Woohoo! Yeah! Okay. I'm getting too excited, and George is asleep, like right underneath you. You're literally sitting on George's crate right now, and he is trying to sleep, and I am getting all excited about growing up. For anybody else who feels the same way I do, who has always wanted to be a lost boy who never grows up, you're realizing that you can't stop yourself from getting older and that eventually you will have to grow up. I hope this gives you some encouragement, not to do it all at once because that's overwhelming and scary, or at least it is for me. And so like maybe just make a list like I did, write it down if you want. Like I said, I think there is power to like writing things down. Just in the last week, without even like really trying, I think these little things that I wrote down in my journal have kind of been influencing me, even though I wasn't actively trying to make those things influence me. Okay, I think it's time. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe if you like me. I am making this whole video series right now documenting my journey of like growing up and like trying to figure out how to be happy. So if you relate to that, click subscribe and follow me along. I would love to have you. Bye.